Coming into the 2020-21 NBA season, man, there's a lot of things to talk about, but today we're going to get into the most underrated guys. This is a personal list, so, by all means, let me know in the comments below how you feel or who you think is underrated. But before we get into the video, just wanted to say thanks for stopping by. It's Duop Sensei. Don't forget the I. Rolling in at number 1, we got CP3. Notoriously known around the league as Mr. Steal Your Ankles. Well, not as much as in his prime, but you get the gist. Still, not a surprise that he falls on an underrated list like this. Although he is talented and known as one of the best point guards in the league, he's almost outdated in most eyes. Just looking at the power rankings coming in to not only this year, but also last year, to not have been projected to make the playoffs last year, but coming into this year only be an 8th seed, yeah, someone behind the scenes is doubting CP. But me, I definitely expect the Suns to be one of the top 4 or 5 seeds in the Western Conference. Devin Booker is one of the better young talents in the league under 25. Chris Paul is being reunited with his old coach, Monty Williams. You never know what that might spark, they could even upset a team like the Dallas Mavericks in the first round, or, maybe they come across a team like the Clippers and things happen just how they did last season with the Nuggets. I don't know. But I would like to see some success come from this new core and see how far they can go. On to the second player of the video, but freeze right there. Just wanted to say thanks for tuning in this far. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up for me, like the video. Let me know in the comments below who you would like to see win MVP. Me, I'm going for Stephen Curry. Let's get back to the vid. Next up on this list, we have John Collins. Nice young talent playing alongside Trae Young and Cam Reddish. I'm not really sure what he will be able to do this year with playing alongside somebody like Clint Capella when he is able to come back from his injury. But I do expect big things. He did average 20 and 10 in the little time that he did get to play last season. Due to taking steroids, he had to sit half the season. But when he came back, even beforehand, he was doing just fine. So would definitely like to see how far Trae can take these boys. Birds of a feather flock together, man. You really never know what can happen. Not only do they have those two, they have other people who they have acquired, such as Gallinari. So I'm just expecting big things. I like that he gets to be a centerpiece on this new team that they have created. And they brought in Rondo just in case if they do happen to make the playoffs. So I'm not really sure if he will be making anybody's all-star team anytime soon due to how stacked the NBA is these days. But he definitely has the talent for it. Like I said, let's see how far he can go. If he gets traded from this team, I guess somewhere I would like to see him end up would probably like Sacramento or anywhere where Lonzo Ball goes, somewhere where a true point guard is, because he can get his own shot, but he's not the best at getting his own shot. So he wouldn't be my first option if I was building a team for a championship, to be a championship contender, you feel me? But as long as everybody on that Hawks team remains healthy, I don't see them slipping outside of the top 4. That's if everyone stays healthy and can conserve their bodies throughout the entire season to make it through the playoffs. I decided to add CJ McCollum to the list just because he's one of my favorite players. To be honest, he's not really underrated coming into this season, but by golly, he can take a man's ankles. And you set him up in the right half-court offense, and there's no stopping this man. I would like to see Trailblazers make it further in the playoffs than they have in recent years. For what they have and the injuries that they face, they've made it pretty far. But CJ is just so talented, dude. Also playing alongside Dame and Melo, I do expect them to go probably 7th or 8th seed this year. He's not really one of my underrated guys. I put him as an honorable mention just based off of strength of being one of my favorites. Everybody around the league knows what CJ can do and how he can run up a scoreboard. But we're just going to go ahead and get into the last person on this list. Last up on this list, we got Kristaps Porzingis. Even though he's coming into this season hurt, I do expect him to go far with a young talent named Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, doesn't matter. Even though he himself was already coming off of an injury coming into last season, we will be waiting for him to come off this injury as well. And when that happens, there will be no reason for him and Luka Doncic to make it to the All-Star game. This Mavs team looks special, and I would hope that injury doesn't hold this team back, because Porzingis is the perfect person for someone like Luka. He controls the pace in half court or full court. Like, it doesn't matter off the fast break, or if, like I said, they get caught in that half court and they have to slow it down. Porzingis can put his back to the basket, and he pulls up from 30. So it's really just up to them how far they can go. You know, the gods of health can stand with them. We would like to see this team push, I would say, top three in the West, like just under LeBron's Lakers, being LeBron James. And really, I don't even know. They could be number two. They could really be number two, but he would have to be healthy for that. Not only that, other guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. would have to step up as well. It would not be a cakewalk to get that second spot in the West, but I could see them doing it. Porzingis, he's always around the rim. He protects the rim. And after his recovery, I would like to see him be for the Mavs what Dirk was for all those years and become maybe one of their franchise guys. Not sure if it's possible with the way that this new NBA moves so fast and so frequently, but it would be nice to see. He's a very talented young man. Let's see where 7'3" Porzingis can take him. That's it for today's vid, guys. Appreciate everybody who came out and watched the video. If you are still here, that is big love. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. And again, see y'all next time.